This is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and now let's start the show.
Hello and welcome to We Are Podcast, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. This is episode 48. My name is Matt.
And my name's Phil of the Overlord Tanks Group. Thanks for being with us tonight.
As always, thank you everyone for listening. Dour days, Phil's just going to get straight into it. Bit the bullet, just went and saw... Well, I saw it Thursday, right the day after we recorded the episode last week. Just went by myself down to the local movie theater, saw Batman v Superman. Dawn of why shouldn't we just do the Justice League already? And, like you probably don't know already, it's not good. So from here on out, spoilers. Like I said, I bit the bullet, Phil. I was like, I didn't even bother to ask if you wanted to go, so I just went to see it by myself, and that was depressing.
Depressing.
Sad because I went by myself, and sad because the movie's just the Bat Super Kill Guy versus Bat Stabby.
It did look cheesy.
Not that it's cheesy. The problem is that the movie wants to be everything's so dark and broody that the fucking sky's always gray. Fucking Superman's watching TV and is like, "Whoa, Superman sucks," and he's just like, "Why don't people like me? What should I do?" And,
is anybody ever outside? It kind of sounds like that.
well, there's people outside, but like I said, in the comics, Gotham, it's always fucking midnight in Gotham. It's always fucking pitch black, midnight always.
Scum City.
Yeah. The place is such a crime-ridden scumhole that the sun doesn't even go in that neighborhood, Phil.
Dang, the sun G'd up.
Yeah. Sun's like, Gotham? No, I ain't going there. But Superman, like, he's supposed to be the opposite, you know? The sun's always out. Superman's always got a big smile on his face while Batman's on a rooftop looking down like, "Oh, the city, justice and crime. They shot my parents.
Never stops.
Ah,
Constantly on the hunt.
ah, Mommy!"
Amazing.
Yeah. And that's another reason why this movie doesn't work, because they're both the dark, brooding, emo, the tragedy of my life superhero. And
both have no parents.
Yeah. My dad died. Well, my mom and dad died. And that's actually a plot point in this movie, too. I'll get to that later. But yeah, like...
Orphans!
Oh, God!
Alien orphan!
Yeah, but like I said, it's just... Like I said, it doesn't work because, like in a comedy, you need a funny guy and a straight guy, you know? Someone to play off of. In this, like, the movie starts off with the end of Superman Man of Steel, where you see Superman fighting General Zod, and that's why Batman's got a murder hard on for Superman, because during the fight, one of Bruce Wayne's buildings gets blown up and a lot of his employees die. And then he goes, Batman, who is not supposed to kill, Granted, way back in the 30s and whatever, you would often do like nothing. But for the most part, that's kind of been the consistency of his character, My one rule. But in this one, he's just like,
astonishing way to look at it.
He's not quite like the Punisher, like killing people, like standing on top of his car, shooting people up. But, like, his Batmobile jumps off a ramp and lands onto a car and crushes it, and then he just drives out, and the car goes. Those guys are dead. I don't care how you say it. This Batman is just like, murder!
Was anybody in it?
Oh, yeah, there was guys running away from Batman. He landed on it. He killed that. There was a car, like 4 or 5 guys in that car. and then he just straight up murdered them people. And fucking
That's brutal.
yeah. Like I said, he's not like the Punisher on top of his car with a machine gun shooting up people kind of bad, but like this Batman, he don't play.
Did he destroy the building with a building slam?
Superman?
Were there any building slams?
No. Well, that's the big thing from Superman Man of Steel. Like, this fight happens in the middle of the city, and a bunch of innocent people die. And then in this one, where the big fight goes down between Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, and Doomsday shows up as the big bad guy at the end, even though he's just kind of, I don't know, he's the final boss. You thought you beat the bad guy, here's the other bad guy. Fight scene.
The one at the root of it all.
Yeah. Well, Doomsday's not at the root of it all. Lex Luthor's at the root of it all, but he's like, oh, you thought
Clown.
Yeah, he was a clown. But Lex Luthor's big plan is, I'm going to get Batman and Superman to fight each other and kill one another because I hate God. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to mix my DNA with General Zod's DNA and then have Doomsday kill everybody because reasons. That's pretty much the whole story.
That's astounding because that always works, doesn't it?
Yes.
That always works out, okay?
Yeah, always. Yeah, I made an indestructible monster and I'm going to send it out to kill everything. Why does it keep killing everything?
Until it realizes it's smart enough.
But yeah.
Realizes you can't stop it. That's why.
But let's say anything. Like I said, Batman in this is just like, Superman killed a bunch of my employees and some of my friends. He's gotta die. If you get in my way to stop him, you gotta die. Run, Batman! You know.
And I heard that he was using a gun.
Yeah, but he's using that.
So what, it's okay because Superman's an alien now?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah. So Batman's got this super hard on to kill Superman. And Lex Luthor sets up this whole convoluted plan. Because, like I said, Bruce Wayne's building gets destroyed. He rushes right into the scene of the crime, because he's Batman and he's going to save some people. And you see a dude who has a part of the building on his legs. And he helps, the guy's even saying, I can't feel my legs. And they lift the building up and they pull him out. And then there's some little girl there who I'm going to assume is mom's dead because she's kind of like PTSD and just sitting there crying next to a giant steel girder. It starts to fall. Ben Affleck, Batman, is able to, because he's Batman, save the child. But then that's when he gets the murder hard on for Batman, when he realizes, Superman fucking blew up my building and now this guy's crippled, this girl lost her mom, because he lost her parents. I lost my parents. He's gotta pay.
Created another orphan.
Yeah. How dare you create orphans even though I killed people and created orphans too. Wait, what? See, that's what I'm saying. That's why this movie kind of doesn't work. Because Superman in another part too, there's you can't tell me that Superman Lois Lane is interviewing some terrorist guy in Africa, and he pulls out a gun because there's a CIA agent that was supposed to be a reporter, but it turns out it's Jimmy Olsen, Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. And so it turns out that this was actually a setup to kill this terrorist dude, and Lois Lane was, kind of like a goat, yeah, you're there to do an interview, and then this guy pulls out a gun and kills the target, some undercover spy shit, even though you find out it's Lex Luthor paid Jimmy Olsen to do it. But yeah, Jimmy Olsen gets his brains blown out. Superman's pal and buddy. And then he points the gun at Lois Lane, Superman's girlfriend. And then that's when Superman decides to show up and plows this dude through 6 walls of concrete, which they don't show it.
Didn't kill him?
They don't show it. They just show him plowing this dude through 6 things of concrete, and then is he alive or dead? Don't talk about it. But I don't care even if you are Batman. If you're just a dude and a guy comes at you at supersonic speed and hits you through a wall, you're exploding.
You're gonna get hurt.
You're dead. No, you're exploding, dude. You're like...
Yeah, you're right.
Superman's washing you out of his hair that night. You know? I don't care. Superman...
Part of the air.
Yeah. Superman explodes. They don't, like I said, they don't really show it, but I don't care. At that speed, he came through and plowing that guy through a wall. Like I said, Superman's just... He looks like Lionel at the end of the Dead Alive or Brain Dead, you know? Just covered in gore.
He was bathing in it.
Yeah. Superman had to find the nearest lake, dive in it real quick, and wash off before he talked to the Lois Lane again.
So he lifted up a building in it?
Yeah. Well, they show Superman. They try to... That's why it doesn't work. You see Batman and Superman offing each other, or offing people left and right, and they're pissed at the other guy because, like, you're killing people. Well, you're killing people too, you know? How can you be mad at me for doing the same thing you're doing? Well, I'm trying to save the world. Well, so am I. That's why this movie doesn't work so much, you know?
I agree.
You know, that would be like the big twist is why Batman and Superman are fighting. Instead of Wonder Woman showing up, the Punisher shows up and just caps everyone in the head. I was right! You know?
It is big.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, they both got this hard-on... We'll put it on the table. They both got this hard-on for each other because they're like, he's killing people, he's violent, he's dangerous. Yeah, and so are you. You're doing the same thing. You know, pot meet kettle.
Yep.
The world's greatest detective.
Because we had something for that, and then we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier.
Yeah. But like I said,
Punisher capping everybody.
yeah, he was like, I was right the whole time. Just murder your enemies and fuck the consequences.
That is bold.
That's kind of what this movie says at the end of the day.
It's like, we filmed something for that, but we didn't use it.
Yeah. But anyways, later, like I said, Bruce Lane's employee that had the girder on his legs, you find out is paralyzed. And he gets a meeting from Lex Luthor calls him in for a meeting or whatever, and he's like, why do you want to meet me? And he's like, I just want to give you your legs. And he gives him an electric wheelchair, you know? Because Superman's going to Congress to talk about, oh, I'm not really that bad. You guys don't need to worry about me. You know? Because that's the other thing, too. Like, they do the Superman is Jesus monologue in this thing a couple times.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And they do that in the comics, too. But Superman's always to come out, I'm not a god. I'm not a godlike figure. I'm an alien with a different biology than you people. That's it. But Superman in this movie never says that.
But I look human.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sci-fi 101, Phil.
But I look human.
Yeah.
Bah.
How many sci-fi movies have
Generic.
Yeah. Phil, how many sci-fi movies have you seen where, oh, you're an alien? Like Star Wars. Yeah, you see some aliens in the background, but who are the main cast mostly? Humans.
Yeah.
You know?
The big ones were humans.
Yeah. That's kind of generic sci-fi writing, I always tell it. But yeah, Superman's going to Congress to try to talk everyone down. And then the guy that his legs got crippled, he shows up. Superman, he's trying to give him the guilt trip. It's like, you crippled me, you bastard, more or less. And then, bomb blows up, killing everyone except for, Superman. Because he's Superman, a bomb ain't gonna blow him up. But, that was Lex Luthor's, that was a big thing, because Lex Luthor gave him the chair, and it was really a bomb. He just wanted to blow the guy up. He knew it wasn't gonna kill Superman, but, the guy, they make it sound like this guy got crippled by Superman, was crazy, and blew himself up in some vain attempt to try to kill Superman, and killed a bunch of people in the process,
Cool.
Not, yeah, just to shed, just trying to make Superman look bad, really. Yeah. And another plot point is, they keep trying to make Lex Luthor have to come out the bad guy, because the guy that got crippled, that was the Bruce Wayne employee, Bruce was actually paying his pension. He was paying him. He was making sure all of his medical bills and were paid. But Lex Luthor was still paying the guy, but then he would get the check. Right, you killed your family, you let us all down. He'd write mean shit on the checks, and then mail them back to Bruce Wayne. So Bruce Wayne would get all these checks, and the world's greatest detective didn't think to look into the backgrounds of these checks and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he just let the world's greatest detective, Batman, who's supposed to be the world's greatest detective and tactician, didn't think to look into the backgrounds of who's sending him these mean checks. He just took it on face value that his employee and friend was mad at him and just writing mean shit on his checks and mailing them back to him.
Crazy way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like it seems like whoever worked on this movie just kind of read the Wikipedia page of The Dark Knight Strikes Again from Frank Miller and played the Batman Arkham Asylum games. They're like, yeah, that's Batman.
Damn.
Yeah. Because the only really good things I can say about this movie is Ben Affleck is good as Batman. They just gave him crap material to work with, I think. The Batman fight scenes, if someone wants to, when this comes out or whatever, edit it down to just the fight scenes, you could have maybe a cool 30-40 minute short film or something. And Wonder Woman was pretty good in the little bit that they gave her to do. But yeah, like I said, it seems like they don't really understand who Batman and Superman are. They just kind of read a little bit on the internet and just played Batman Arkham Asylum, make a movie out of this.
Damn, sounds like they kind of winged it.
Yeah, it seems like someone put The Dark Knight Strikes Again on.
Time.
Yeah. We gotta get this Justice League movie out. Get this shit going. Here's The Dark Knight Strikes Again and the Batman Arkham Asylum games. Make a movie out of this. That's really what it feels like.
We'll write around it.
Just figure out why people like this and make a movie out of it.
Put it together.
Yeah. Because they even have they have this one part where Batman steals these files from Lex Luthor. And it might as well be the Justice League teaser, or their upcoming teaser trailers for their next movies.
Damn thieves.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne steals this shit from Lex Luthor. They literally have the symbols. They have the Flash symbol, Cyborg symbol, the Wonder Woman symbol on these little things. Lex Luthor's been
collecting. It couldn't be any more obvious.
Yeah, like I said, it might as well have been the trailer links, Lex Luthor's been collecting data on all the upcoming meta-humans in the DC universe, so, you can find out ways to take them out.
Bug and so on.
Yeah. They have a little Flash. He clicks on the Flash symbol, he sees somebody running around real fast and saving people. He clicks on the Cyborg symbol, and that's actually the most fucked up scene in the whole thing. Because Cyborg in the comics... Cyborg in the comics... he always gets into some kind of accident. He's like RoboCop. He gets into some kind of accident, and then they have to cyborg him up to keep him alive or whatever. But in this version, it's fucked up because his dad's doing it. His dad's a scientist or whatever, and he turns on his dad's recording himself on his webcam. This is day whatever of me trying to keep my son alive, and you see his son is on the wall in some kind of metallic goop, and he's all in different pieces and shit. His arms, legs, and torso are all spread. Remember model kits?
Damn.
Yeah, you remember model kits when we used to make those back in the day? How they would have the different pieces all chopped up into
yes, I remember.
In this little square.
Yes.
They had that, but Cyborg. Yeah, and you could even hear in the background and see his head was screaming in pain and shit. It was super creepy.
Probably wired up.
Yeah, well, his dad's keeping him alive on some kind of weird operating table, and his head's just going, It's just really disturbing. I'll give it that, too. That scene kind of punched me in the face. That scene took me by surprise. I was like, holy shit. But that's the other thing, too. It's a trailer. There's a mother box. which is a device Darkseid and the New Gods use to travel around the universe, and it's like an iPad with. It's the ultimate iPad, Phil. It does everything an iPad does and more, and it can open a portal from one end of the universe to the other end of the universe. But yeah, they show that the mother box comes alive and attaches itself to Cyborg's model kit, and then the camera blows up, so you don't see what happens next. Like I said, setting up for the side. Like I said, it's a trailer. It's the trailer for the Cyborg movie.
Gory.
Yeah. They show. He clicks on the Aquaman one, which is that one's pretty cheesy actually. Where he clicks on the Aquaman trailer, and there's like a sub or something with a camera on it, and it's like looking into a ship under the water, and then all of a sudden Jason Momoa or whatever, the guy that's playing Aquaman, just comes out and just like, and he just attack. You see him swim real fast and blow up the fucking sub. Like, yeah, it
sounds cheesy.
Yeah, it's super funny. That one's actually funny. And then he clicks on the Wonder Woman one. And he's seeing photos.
It's supposed to be funny.
I don't think it's not meant to be funny, but I thought it was.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, maybe after seeing Cyborg all chopped up in pieces, screaming in pain, seeing a guy.
That was gory.
Yeah, seeing a guy with a trident explode a submarine makes me kind of chuckle. After that, it lightened the mood. But then the last one he clicks on is the Wonder Woman one. He's seeing pictures from like World War I. And then he recognizes that a lady that he talked to at the party earlier is the exact same lady and shit.
Efficient way to tell the story, then.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, like I said, Lex Luthor's a fanboy making the DC Universe teaser trailers. Yeah. And then after that, Batman gets some kryptonite. He makes some kryptonite weapons. What's his name? Jesse Eisenberg? That's the guy who's Lex Luthor. That's what I pulled up.
I know him by Cloud.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor in this movie. When the trailers came out, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because they show him acting like, oh god, Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne in the same room? Oh my god, whoever thought that happened?
Yeah.
Jeez, guys.
What are you doing here, Clown?
Come on, man. I want to be your friend, guys. Come on. Oh, what a strong handshake. Don't pick a fight with this guy. Get it? They're going to fight later.
Clown. What are you doing in here?
Yeah.
Who let you in here?
I threw this party. This is my party. But, yeah, I want to give the benefit of the doubt because, like, for the most part, Lex Luthor's, supposed to be the straight, sophisticated businessman, calm, level-headed guy who's manipulating everyone to take over the world. But in this one, he's just like daddy God issues guy.
Isn't he Superman's Joker type?
Well, he's Superman's Joker in the sense that he's supposed to be his arch enemy. But that's the other thing too. Like the Joker, he's crazy, manic, always smiling and laughing.
I figured.
Yeah, laughing. While Lex Luthor's, calm, level-headed, always thinking ahead.
Not a hothead.
Yeah. He's not there,
He's a smart one.
Yeah, he's the smart one. While Joker's out just doing shit for the sake of doing shit, Lex Luthor actually has an implant in mind,
It benefits him.
Yeah. If it benefits me, why don't I? That's kind of Lex Luthor's train of thought. But in this, he's just like crazy manic. Like, they almost seem like they did want the Joker to be the bad guy or something. Because he's like twitching and making jokes and shit. And like they even have the line where
can't stay still.
Yeah.
That is true.
They even have the part where he kidnaps Lois Lane as part of his grand evil plan to make Batman and Superman fight. And he's delivering his evil plot and Lois Lane's like, you're a psychopath, like he's like, oh, that's just a 3-syllable word for stupid people or something, He's even acting all silly, he's getting all close and touching her hair and shit. Like, that's something the Joker would do,
Yeah.
That's not something Lex Luthor would say. You call him a psychopath, and he was like, we'll see at the end.
Creep.
Yeah, he's getting creepy on her.
Creep!
Yeah. But then he throws he throws Lois Lane off the building. Of course, Superman shows up because that, Superman, saves Lois Lane. Just like the Ninja Turtles always save April O'Neil at the end of the day. They just know when their woman's in trouble. It's like it's an extra superpower.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
Trap.
He saves Lois Lane. He goes confronts Lex Luthor. He's like, oh, I should, he even threatened, like Superman even says, I can take you in a million pieces or one. What do you want to do? And then Lex is like, well, yeah, I got your mommy, Martha. I kidnapped your mom, too. Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Lightning bolt.
Dun, dun, dun.
When? Lightning bolt. But yeah, then he says, bring me Batman's head in an hour, or I'll kill your mommy. Which sets up the big fight. And then...
Blackmail.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, too. Superman and Batman's fight could have all been ended with, like, Superman during the fight would have just, like, yelled out, let's just kidnap... Well, yeah, zap his brains out. But no, it's like Superman just was like, wait, let's just kidnap my mom. That's how quickly this fight could have been ended. Batman's like, I'm gonna kill you. Wait, let's just kidnap my mom. He's trying to set us against one another. But no.
Fantastic. But then they couldn't stretch it out.
But then the good part of the movie, the fight scene wouldn't have happened. But yeah, they get into their little fight scene. Superman's using kryptonite-laced smoke bombs with lead in them so he can't see through them, and he's inhaling kryptonite and lead at the same time. He's shooting them up with a kryptonite grenade launcher kind of thingy. They punch.
Fantastic.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to spoil the whole fight scene because that's the only good part of the whole part of the movie. But they get into their little fight scene, which is kind of entertaining because you're kind of bored at this point. At least something's happening, I guess.
Fantastic use of those weapons, though.
Yeah.
Blinds him.
Well, yeah, like I said, he doesn't think to look into the backgrounds of these checks, but he is a tactician. But they get into their little fight scene. Batman made a kryptonite spear. He's about to stab Superman in the chest with it and kill him. And Superman just goes, Martha! Save Martha! And for those of you that don't know, Superman's Earth mom and Bruce Wayne's mom are both named Martha.
What a coincidence.
Yeah. That's even a joke that they've made in the comic books a couple of times. That's a coincidence, isn't it, huh? But yeah. Batman goes all strokey, like, why do you know that name? How do you know that name? Lois Lane shows up and is like, that's his mom's name. And then even though Batman's had like a fucking hour and a half murder on for Superman, just because they have the same baby mama name, I guess we're friends now.
A glorious way to tie it all together. Where's the spider web at?
That is
on the ceiling.
That's so dumb. Like, the best way you could think to end the fight is we both have the same mom's name. Now we like each other.
Your mom was my mom.
Is it okay if I... Wouldn't that be... No, Phil. That'd be really funny if at the end of the movie... At the end of the movie, if Batman went up to Superman, shook his hand as like their friends, and he was like, "Is it okay if I call your mom my mom?"
Brother.
Okay.
Brother.
Let's go get some coffee.
I never knew the whole time I was fighting my brother.
Superman's just hugging him while Batman's crying. He's like, because he just don't want some shit to break out. He's like, yeah, sure thing, bro. Awkward pat.
Straight into the air.
Oh yeah.
Out.
Yeah. Then the Batwing flies by and Batman grapples on it later.
Don't call me, I'll call you. Don't call me, I'll call you.
That'd be funny, like. And then he goes over to his mom's for dinner next.
Deuces.
No, then next week, Clark Kent goes to his mom's for dinner, and Bruce Wayne's already eaten with her. He's like, "Oh, hey, Bruce," or "Hey, Clark, what took you so long? I thought you were faster than a speeding bullet." Then his mom and Bruce Wayne start laughing at him. Oh,
excellent.
Well, at least
Excellent.
Well, that's the other thing. This feels so. Everybody's so.
Deuces.
Everyone's so fucking dour and fucking sad in this movie. It's just depressing. But anyways, Lois Lane picks up the Kryptonite Spear, get it away from Superman, and throws it in a pond or the lake or whatever. And Lex Luthor releases Plan B, Doomsday. Wonder Woman shows up to save Bruce Batman's life at the last second with her gauntlets, which is actually pretty cool. I'll give that. Like I said, I don't want to spoil the fight scenes because that one part's pretty cool. Batman's about to get blown up by Doomsday's heat vision, and then all of a sudden,
they had to have her use those.
Yeah, she used her magical gauntlets that can block anything.
Those are classic.
Yeah. And then she blocks his heat vision. She don't even say shit. She just pulls out a sword and jumps right at Doomsday. Yeah. But anyways, they team up. Lois Lane almost dies to get the Kryptonite Spear. Superman saves her. The Kryptonite's killing Superman. While Wonder Woman has the magic lasso and Batman's lighting Doomsday up with Kryptonite dust and grenades and shit, Superman shows up at the last minute to kill the final boss by killing Doomsday with the Kryptonite laser or spear. But there's so much Kryptonite in the fucking air or whatever, Superman dies too.
Dang.
Man.
Sounds extreme.
Yeah, like I said, it
sounds like took a little bit too much time though.
Too much time to get there. It's the problem. Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't realize
there must have been a lot of talking.
Well, it's a lot of Batman and Superman be like, this guy's bad. I'm not bad. It's like watching a debate almost. Like,
who are you voting for?
Yeah.
Are you voting?
Yeah. You got Superman, like I said, you got Batman going like, Superman's bad and we gotta stop him. And you got Superman going like, I gotta save people and I gotta stop Batman. He's violent. Even though I'm killing people, if not more than he is. And,
who's measuring?
Yeah. They do the classic Death of Superman. They put him in a black and white casket with the silver S on it. Set up for the Justice League movie. And they even set up
Cheese.
Yeah. They set up Doomsday. Or not Doomsday. They set up Darkseid.
Yeah, Darkseid.
Yeah. As the main bad guy in the Justice League movie. Like, it's weird because, like, Batman finally, while researching the superheroes and Superman and shit, finally passes out at his back tier or whatever. And he has this weird dream. You see it in the trailer where he's in Desert Wasteland. You see the giant Omega symbol. The super police and the parademons come and kidnap his ass.
Darkseid. The Omega symbol.
Yeah. All is one with Darkseid.
Darkseid.
Yeah. So that sucks because I like Darkseid and they're just going to ruin Darkseid. They're going to fuck up Darkseid.
Like they can do him right.
If you can't even do Superman right, how can you do Darkseid? But yeah. Then he has the vision, or he has a dream where he's about to get killed, or Superman finds out who Batman is, he's about to kill him or something, but then he wakes up. And then you see the Flash pop out. Like I said, it's the Justice League trailer. The Flash pops out of a portal or whatever, and he's like, Bruce, Lois Lane's the key to everything. You gotta, static, and then poof. And then he wakes up again. Like it's a dream within a dream. So, that's the other thing too, like, that would have been something cool they did if, like, they, like, Batman woke up from the Darkseid dream, and then the Flash pops out of the portal, and he's like, Bruce, Lois Lane, you gotta save the future. And then the portal disappears, and Bruce Wayne gets up, and he's like, he's like, what the fuck? He's like swiping at the portal, and then, like, to make sure he's still awake, he gets up and, like, stabs himself or something. He's like, yep, definitely awake. What the fuck was that about? Because that's what the Flash can do. That he can run faster than the speed of light and travel through time, and he's done that before. Run fast enough through time to warn people of stuff that's bad in the future. To try to change the past and shit. But nope, just a dream.
Mm.
So, like, the one cool thing they
So
could...
you can skip all that time stuff.
Well, why would you do it as a... Why would you do a dream, then have the one thing that could actually happen in the DC universe, and then make that a dream?
Cheaper?
It's not cheaper because you still shot it.
I don't know.
You just... Like I said, they don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to pump out that Justice League movie, man.
Correct. Pump out the one that's going to make the big guns.
Well, it's not even going to be... Like I said...
Big money.
Well, I think I said this before on the podcast. Like, they... Warner Brothers has owned the right to the DC characters since, like, the 70s. They just never did anything with them except for Batman and Superman. And then the Avengers made a bunch of money one day. Some DC executive woke up and was like, the Avengers made how much money?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we have a Justice League movie?
Everybody wants a piece of it.
Johnson, get in here!
Somebody swallowed their cigar by accident.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just swallowed my cigar. My $10. Oh, it burns.
But yeah, I don't know. I saw this. It's a big property. I'm sure it's going to make its money back in some way, shape, or form. But I wouldn't see this. Like I said, wait till if you want to see it, wait till it comes out on DVD. Wait 2 or 3 days later and see if someone uploads all the fight scenes onto YouTube and watch it then. That's the best way to see this movie.
Sounds like a one-timer to me.
Well, I saw it just because we have this show and we talk about geeky shit, and I just didn't want to pay the money to have you sit through a movie. Better one of us suffer than both of us suffer, you know?
Yeah, well, it wasn't all it was planned out or all it was hyped up to be.
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, they're just trying to rush to this Justice League movie, and they don't know what they're doing. Like I said, it looks like they just looked at Wikipedia real quick, at the Wikipedia for Dark Knight Strikes Again, played the Batman Arkham games to get like a fighting sense of like how Batman would fight, and then just like, we're gonna make a movie out of this.
Sounds like to me they just threw a bunch of sticky notes at him and told him, put the pieces together.
Yeah. Yeah, like
the puzzle pieces together.
Yeah, like they sent like this...
Turn them every which way.
Yeah, like they sent like this 10-page manual, like, we don't have a story, but we want this to happen, 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 this to happen.
Turn it every which way you can to connect them.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't really make sense in the context of our... I don't care! Parker!
Trust me, the next movie, the next one.
We don't need to worry.
See what we can do right now.
We just gotta get to that Avengers, or that Justice League movie. That's when we're gonna make the money, kid. Now you gotta set up Cyborg. Cyborg's gonna hit hot, I'm telling you. He's on that Teen Titans Go, and kids love that shit. Oh, Phil, can you imagine?
Fantastic way to look at it.
Phil, can you imagine?
You love it.
Yeah, Phil, can
you love it.
Phil, can you imagine being like a little 10-year-old kid, who's like a fan of Cyborg, and then you go to this Batman Superman movie because like, hey, I'm gonna get to see Cyborg even if it is for a second, and then you see him up on the wall like, ah, mommy! That's horrifying. I'm a grown man and I still was freaked out by that.
Yeah, he's like globby.
Well, he's not globby, like I said. He looks like a model kit.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like, Phil, it's like when you're making your Gundam model kit, the little Gundam head was screaming in pain at you. That's the other thing too. Like, you know, people are going to take their kids to see this. This is a 2.5-hour movie that's not necessarily all that violent, but is pretty gruesome and graphic at some points. And it's pretty, like I said, nothing really good happens till like the end of it. And I don't think you can get a little 5-year-old to sit quietly through this whole thing. I was lucky I saw it at 8 at night because of, you know, kids. Hopefully there was no 5-year-olds in the theater at 8.
It's a good observation, though.
Yeah, so when I saw it, there was just, you know, adults there. I was lucky enough to not have like a bunch of 5-year-olds sitting next to me. Mommy, when's something gonna
It
happen?
is great.
Or like I said, I would love to. I would love to be there when the kids get to see the cyborg part. Ah, ah.
Kid passed out from eating too much popcorn because something didn't happen.
Hell yeah. Well, that's the problem that the kid. Most 5-year-olds don't pass out if you don't keep their entertainment.
True.
You're just gonna get up and start running down the aisles. Has been my experience.
We have had that happen a couple times.
Yeah, I was about to say. I've rarely seen it. Like, except for, like, I've seen people that bring babies to the theater and they pass out. Why are you bringing a baby to the theater is what I always want to ask.
That's correct.
Yeah. I can't afford a babysitter. Then you obviously can't afford to go to the movies either, then can you? But I don't know. That's the other thing, too. Like, I thought about watching Superman Man of Steel to refresh my memory before I saw this. And then I was like, no. I'm glad I didn't. That would have just made me even more madder.
It would confuse you more.
It wouldn't confuse me more. That's the other thing, too. I don't think you need to watch Superman Man of Steel. You just got to understand that, like, Superman showed up and some shit went down, and that's it. Yeah. Because the majority of the movie is them talking about Superman blowing up Metropolis in the fucking first movie, anyways. So it's not like you really need to see it.
Glorious. One-timer as well. A one-timer as well.
That's the other thing, too. I posted it on the Overlord King Squad. Remember I found that video where...
Sad Affleck.
That made me laugh. Like, because Ben Affleck, he really does seem to be like a comic book fan, or at least a comic book fan from like The Dark Knight Strikes Again. And he seems to like Frank Miller, I guess. He likes 80s Frank Miller. And I think Kevin Smith in even one podcast said the only reason why he was in Daredevil because he thought they would never make another Batman Superman or another Batman movie after Batman and Robin, which they didn't for almost 20 years. But and then he played Batman later in the future. See, Phil, if you believe your dreams can come true, that's probably why he looks so sad.
Yeah.
But he's in one of those press junkets, and some interviewer, he looked at Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, and he told the guys that like the movie's not doing that great, guys. And they play that Superman. I can't remember the actor's name. Starts going into like this big speech about what he thinks about it, and you can just they timed it so well with that song. I can't remember. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I've come to see you. And they timed it so right because you can literally just see Ben Affleck like sink down and just get sad hearing that his Batman movie sucks.
Yeah.
You can literally see him just get so sad and depressed over that.
Yep, he was like, now if I get all silent, you lead off. You lead, and I'll say...
Yeah, he lets, that point, Batman just lets Superman do all the talking. He's like, what do you think about that, Ben? He's like, I agree.
Yeah.
Hello,
he had nothing to say at all. I was like, he froze up. He had nothing to say at all.
Like I said, you broke his heart, interview guy. He is so sad to find out his Batman movie's not doing too good.
Yep. It didn't pull his career out.
Well, I'm sure it still will, because he's...
it made money.
Yeah.
So it might have.
Well, it's all about getting to that fucking Justice League movie, though.
Right. They're just pushing it too fast.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're putting pieces together. Find a way to put it all together.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, too. Like, I guess Ben Affleck probably signed a good contract. You're like, you got to do the movie we said you can do. You want to be Batman, right, kid?
Yeah.
Okay, you do the crap movie we want you to do, and we'll let you write and direct your own Batman movie. And he was like, okay. And that's the next story we're going to talk about, Phil, because I don't want to talk about that movie anymore.
Humongous. That's good.
Yeah. But...
lead into it.
Yeah.
Lead into it.
But to be honest with you, Ben Affleck does do a good job. Everyone does a good job as their characters, except for Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. But that might have been just Zack Snyder or the script saying, act more goofy. But not everyone wasn't bad in the movie. They did good as their characters. It's just that the material they were given was shit, Like I said, Ben Affleck, I think, was just an actor in this, He can't really tell the director, well, Batman wanted to do... I don't care, kid! Get out there and act! But he signed a contract or something. I guess his hold on. Yeah, the Hollywood Reporter was talking to Ben Affleck's agent, and he says he's already working on something and already expect it. And yeah, he's pretty much said he's already written. Ben Affleck's pretty much always stutter. Lost it. He's pretty much said that Ben Affleck's already written Batman movie that he's gonna star and direct in. So hopefully now that he's got the reins, he can polish this turd or something. I don't know. His best bet, Ben Affleck's best bet to do a solo Batman movie is just do a solo Batman movie. Don't even talk about Superman and the Justice League and shit, you know? Just have Batman fight his Rogues Gallery or something and don't even mention the outside DC universe, you know?
Like, no thing at the end.
Yeah. Well, no, there's no...
Finish.
Yeah. Don't set up for another movie.
Yep. Finish.
Yeah, don't set up for another movie. Don't call Clark Kent on the phone or
put a line through it.
Yeah. You know, don't call Clark Kent on the phone and say, "Hey, Clark, how's it going?" Or something like that, you know?
Yeah, to tip it off.
Yeah. You can hide an Easter egg in the background.
Just end something.
Yeah, you can have like an Easter egg in the background, like you see a kid running down the street in a Superman shirt for like half a second or something. But you know, like I said, don't have the big plot twist as Superman shows up at the last second and saves everyone or something.
It's just like
yeah. Just have Batman fight like the circus. Have Batman fight the circus of crime or something. Have Professor Pig go in there with his crazy fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre wannabe in ass and shit.
Shoot up the tower with a big drive through it.
Yeah. Or do Batman the Cult. I can't remember who wrote it, and it's been a long time since I read it. But it's pretty much a story where this crazy hobo kidnaps Batman and inducts him into his crazy cult. And by using Batman to take out the mobs and the higher ups and shit, this crazy hobo pretty much becomes the ruler of Gotham. And you know, he takes over Gotham. Batman even leaves Gotham for a little bit. And the city's just ran by a hobo now, so people are just burning shit. Everything's going crazy.
Sounds extreme.
Yeah. And like they even asked the guy, like, "What's your master plan here?" And he's like, "All I ever wanted to do is rule this city take this city over with my crazy religion, more or less." And now he wants to die, so he can die a martyr, and his crazy beliefs will go on and live forever and shit like that, you know. But of course, Batman, saves the city again. Do that storyline, right? Where the city just gets taken over by crazy hobos and cultists and shit.
Ja.
Or like I said, Professor Pig in the Circus of Crime, which is like a bunch of circus freaks that order the mob, more or less.
Just like finish something. Draw a line through it for once.
We'll just have like
Don't carry it on or keep it going anymore.
Well, like they say in the comics, it's a one.
They never just finish something.
Well, like I said, it's in the comics. They call it like a one and done story.
You know, get it in the books.
You know, like in the comics, they call it a one and done story. You know, you can read this one story, this one issue. It's a story. It has a beginning, middle, and end. You don't have to worry about the summoning part 3 or whatever. You can just read this one thing and be done with it. You know?
Some people get sick of it carrying on and on and on. And they're just, sooner or later, they're just like, end it already.
Yeah, like how Iron Man 3 is just a giant teaser for fucking the Avenger movie, you know?
Yep.
Just have, like I said, just do a complete single story. You can have your little references and shit in the background, but don't have like this big teaser. Don't set up, don't sequel bait that shit, you know? Just have the movie end it. Guess what? You can do another one later down the line. Guess what? As long as Batman isn't dead at the end of the story, you can always tell another Batman story. And guess what? You can tell a story where Batman dies at the end, and there's still going to be another Batman story.
Shorter stuff like that gets people excited more.
Yeah. That way you can just, like, you just pop in a movie, watch it, be done.
Sounds like they dropped that trailer part out too much that we were talking about earlier.
Well, like I said, it's supposed to be a plot point, but it seems they might as well have, like, what's that guy?
Long.
What's that guy that Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy?
David Arquette?
No, the guy that says, and tonight.
Michael Buffer.
Yeah, Michael Buffer. Like, when Batman opened that file, they might as well have had Michael Buffer come out. And tonight, we have in this corner, Cyborg! You know? It didn't really feel like a plot. Like I said, it felt like Lex Luthor was at home making fan trailers, and Batman's fucking watching them.
Vigilantes of the same world.
From the depths of Atlantis, the ruler of the seven seas, Aquaman! The Crimson Speedster. From Central City, the Flag! That's the other thing, too. That's what sucks about this, is like, I was looking forward to the Suicide Squad film. Now I'm just like, fuck.
It's what they do, Matt. It's what they do, Matt.
Suicide Squad's just gonna be another giant teaser for the fucking Justice League. Cyborg's gonna show up at the end and oppress everybody or something.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, I don't know, they've been trying to hype Cyborg hard for the last 5 years.
Yeah, I have seen that rising lately.
I got nothing against Cyborg, he's just never really interested in me.
They're hitting toward it any chance they get.
Yeah. Which is the other, like I said, I want to see the little kid that likes Cyborg from Justice or Teen Titans go see this movie and then see Cyborg all up on a wall.
Somebody's running out.
I'm sure.
You spilled the popcorn.
Yeah.
You spilled the popcorn. Now I gotta go get a refill.
So why would you move popcorn? It's terrible.
It's stale most of the time. It's like you gotta go there and ask for it fresh. Like, I wonder if they'd be offended if you walked in there.
Yes.
And been like, can I get a fresh box of popcorn, please?
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
You're paying $6.
You want me to do my job? How dare you, sir?
You're paying $5 or $6. You get fresh popcorn.
You're not paying, dude. You're not paying. Where are you buying popcorn at? Popcorn's like $10 now, dude.
I haven't been in the movies in a long time.
Last time we went was Ant-Man.
That's why.
Yeah, I was saying. Remember, I was like, dude, I'll buy a pop. We ain't buying no fucking popcorn.
Yeah, I remember. I didn't look at the prices. Dang.
Yeah, but for
one box.
For two large,
but it's free refills.
So what? You can only eat one anyways, and you eat more than two, you're getting so much sodium in you, you're gonna fucking die of a fucking stroke.
You're right. You can only eat about two boxes. You are right about that.
And that's not worth fucking $20.
I'm surprised how much the prices went up. Dang.
Well, that's unfortunately how
sneaking dollar candy.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's unfortunately how they make their money now. They don't make money by people seeing the movies. They make money by selling popcorn, dude. Or, or another good plot they could do for the Ben Affleck movie is, Phil, Gotham's always in a bunch of gang wars between a bunch of the supervillains and shit, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you could have a gang war where, like, you have, like, three big, gang heads, you know, the Penguin, you know, because you gotta have the Penguin. He's always the king of Gotham most of the time.
Classic.
One of my favorite Batman villains, too. Black Mask, because he's another big crime boss in Gotham most of the time.
Did enjoy the ones in Gotham.
Yeah. Black Mask, because Black Mask, or Batman or the Red Hood was the shit. The comic's okay. The cartoon was pretty good too. And as the third gang leader is another one of my personal favorite Batman villains is the ventriloquist and Scarface. Remember him, Phil, the guy with the little mob puppet with the machine gun?
Yeah, that was crazy.
He's always been one of my favorites. Who you calling dummy? Yeah. The ventriloquist is so crazy that he came up with an alternate personality, made a puppet for it, and has his alternate personality try to kill him on a daily basis.
It is a magnificent idea for a villain.
Yeah. And he's so crazy and violent with that mob puppet that he actually takes over a gang, you know?
How does he get ammo to that thing?
I always assumed that his little machine, he has like a little 32 machine gun or something. That's what. Because the puppet Scarface is it's not Scarface, fucking Tony Montana Scarface. It's supposed to be like Al Capone Scarface, and it has like a little Tommy gun.
So it ain't that heavy, too.
Yeah. And Phil, telling me if a guy busted in right now with a fucking puppet and started talking, he's the world's greatest ventriloquist. So you never see his lips move, you know? And like, whatever. And then he pulls out that little machine gun and starts shooting real bullets at you. Oh, fuck, okay, yeah, whatever, man. God, what do you want?
That would suck.
Yeah. Phil, that lets you know he's extra cray-cray. He's so cray-cray, he's got the puppet. He's not shooting at you, the puppet is.
That would blow.
That's the other thing, too. Like, the ventriloquist is kind of that's why he created the alternate personality, I always thought, because the ventriloquist is kind of a pussy and a wuss. People always picked on him, so eventually he freaked the fuck out and created a violent personality. And that's what the puppet is, you know? Mr. Scarface is his violent side, you know?
Kind of like Hank.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, like I said, if you do it like a mob war thing, you can also do it where, like, the Penguin hires Killer Croc as, like, a bodyguard or something, you know? That way you can have your little Suicide Squad reference in there, but not have, like, the Suicide Squad in or something, you know?
They don't deal with their problems, son.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Nick.
No, the disorder Hank had in that Me, Myself, and Irene movie, kind of like that.
Oh, right,
This guy doesn't shy away from problems.
Yeah. Yeah, where Jim... Oh, the movie... Yeah, okay. Hey, yeah, okay. I didn't understand the reference.
That was his name.
Yeah. That's been so long since I've seen that movie, too. But yeah, but where Jim Carrey would black out and his other personality would take over, his other personality is literally on his hand the whole time, you know?
Yep, would pay people back that wronged him.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the thing's made out of solid wood too, so he's used it like a blunt object before and like beat people up with the fucking puppet and shit before.
Bink.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah, you know.
Bang it upside their head.
Yeah. And Black Mask and Penguin, they're just pretty much mob guys that use tactics and shit to take over Gotham. So that way it's still kind of grounded and gritty and real, you know. Oh, actually, what you could do is like the Penguin hires the Killer Croc as like a bodyguard. So Black Mask needs a meta-human or a super villain to be his backup. So he hires Firefly, right?
Yeah.
You know, the guy that with a flamethrower and a jetpack to fucking just torch shit for him.
I've seen him before.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been in the cartoons. He's kind of like a D-lister Batman villain.
Does he wear a helmet?
Yeah.
Yep,
He literally wears a helmet to make himself look like a bug, and he has a flamethrower.
Stealth is required.
Yeah. And because Mr. Scarface is made out of wood and a ventriloquist dummy, he doesn't admit that he's afraid of fire, but he kind of gets freaked out by fire. And he says he'll give Mr. Freeze a bunch of money so he can work on a cure for his wife if he takes out the fucking Firefly for him, right? That way you can have a fire versus ice fight in the middle of the movie, too, and Batman has to show up and stop the both of them. You know, because the Firefly and Mr. Freeze don't care about innocent civilians and shit, you know, so Firefly's burning like a city block trying to get to Mr. Freeze and shit, you know? And Batman has to show up and stop those two from fighting to save innocent people.
Would be a gigantic scene. I'd like to see that a lot.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of action would be required.
Yeah, that way you can subtly introduce Batman's rogues gallery through the course of this war, you know?
Something to tie it all together.
Yeah. Because they kind of established that Batman's already existed for a while. And that way you can, like I said, you can subtly introduce Batman's villains throughout this. You know, why does Mr. Freeze won't work for the ventriloquist right off the bat because he doesn't want to be involved in a mob war. So he says, well, I know your wife's dying, so here's a bunch of money so you can do your medical research and save your wife if you take out the Firefly. And the Firefly, he's kind of a thug. He'll just work for money. And so is Killer Croc. So Killer Croc's just like, you paying me, Penguin? Yeah, I work for you now.
At least he tried a different way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way you know until you try.
Yeah. Like I said, that way you can still make Mr. Freeze still somewhat kind of sympathetic at the same time, too, you know? He doesn't want to be involved in this mob war. He just needs this money to save his wife.
He was kind of riding the rails anyway. He was on the winning side for a bit and the losing side for a bit. He was kind of riding the rails there for a bit. When Penguin was riding the rails, you know, when he was the...
talking about on
Gotham? Yeah. Well, I'm talking about in the comic book, too.
Well, that's kind of the Penguin's...
He kind of, like, rode the rails a bit.
That's Penguin's one main storyline.
He knew how to do it.
Yeah. That's the Penguin's storyline that happens over and over again. Penguin's the king of Gotham. The Penguin loses everything. He takes back everything. He loses everything. He takes back everything. You gotta give it to Oswald Cobblepot. He is a survivor.
One day he's up, the next day he's down.
Yeah. That's why I always liked the Penguin. A little short, fat dude, but yet get some shit done.
Did make a career out of it.
Mm-hmm. And he's a businessman, Phil. He's not a mobster. You don't F with him, you don't F with you. Just do your job, take your cut, and walk away.
He did it right. A+. He did it right.
Well, see, that's why if I was in the DC universe and I was a thug, I would rather work for the Penguin. Because like I said, just do your job, get your cut, walk away. Don't squeal on me to the Batman, which that part's probably going to happen. But you can't work for the Joker because the Joker's a psychopath and he's just going to kill you. You can't work for Two-Face because you give Two-Face some bad news, he flips a coin, it lands wrong, and he kills you. You can't work for the ventriloquist because he's a psychopath and he's going to kill you.
It's the jungle.
You know? Out of all the beasts in the land, the Penguin seems like the best one to work for.
Why would you trust any of them?
That's true. But Phil, there's, what am I supposed to do? Work at Gotham Burger?
Well, Penguin was limpy and had that big crooked ass nose like they drew him, remember?
Yeah. Well, in Gotham, they made him...
that guy's got two faces. I wouldn't trust him either.
And he flips a coin to make every decision.
Trusting your judgment on a coin. Bizarre. But that's his style.
Yeah. You got it, Phil. That's the other thing,
I
too.
still like him, though.
Yeah,
good character.
Two-Face is cool. That's the other thing, too, that sucks about Gotham. If you want to be a crime boss or a legitimate thug in Gotham, you have to have a gimmick.
Or somebody has to see it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You have to have a gimmick and you have to make a name for yourself.
Like, if you don't do this right now...
Yeah.
Someone has to see you do something bad.
Yeah.
So you fit in with everybody and all.
You just can't walk into the villain bar with a villain costume on and like, well, what have you done? Well, I'm gonna rob a bank tomorrow, I swear, guys. Get him out of here!
We don't serve your kind that ain't killed anybody here.
You go up
What's your count, boy?
Yeah, Phil, you know what? That's funny. It's when you get up to the villain bar, the bouncer is like, what's your count? You start to pull out your ID. He's like, I don't need no ID. What's your count? What? What's your body count? Well, I haven't technically killed anyone. You can't come in. He's like, well, what if I kill you? What if you tried? Then he like banes up or something, gets like 3 times bigger. What if you tried?
Yeah, he's like, you can try.
Oh, yeah, you see him pull out a needle of green shit, he shoots it into his arm, gets baned out. What if you tried?
Yeah. passes the beer to him.
He's like,
Ring.
yeah, the guy's like, I'll be leaving. I'll be back next week. Sure you will. That's the other thing, too. They got,
Like, who do I hear talking? Who's that talking here? Who do I hear talking?
do I hear a piece of shit?
Do I hear somebody with no count?
Then he comes back with 3 severed heads. I got 3. He's like, you need 21. Ah, damn it! Get it? Because in the comics, they have shown that there are, like, bars where supervillains hang out. Like, weird fetish bondage clothes where, like, people pay money to have chicks dressed like Wonder Woman and Supergirl beat the crap out of them. Or the Joker.
People like headlocks, what can I say? And thigh locks.
Like, this dude's in a thigh lock from Wonder Woman. He's like, call me an evil scumbag! Call me an evil scumbag!
Spit in my mouth! Extra!
Quentin Tarantino.
Extra!
Quentin Tarantino's there having Wonder Woman stomp him in the face. While Supergirl's kicking him in the crotch.
Use the heels in that one episode, yeah!
Wrap your lasso of truth around me and stomp my face with your feet.
Seethe. Pinch my nipples with your toes, yeah!
But no, you could do a scene where, like, Batman has to go down to the crappy local villain bar and rough up someone. Like, rough up. Batman has to rough up Calendar Man to get information on Scarface's gang. Because Scarface was looking for a bodyguard and Calendar Man tried out and he's like, get the fuck out of here. Scarface is like, get the fuck out of here. What are you going to do? Throw some paper at him? I was going to base crimes around holidays. I don't need crimes on holidays. I need people dead. Yeah. So Batman goes to like the crappy villain bar, and you can have like a bunch of like crap villains in the background. You can have like Crazy Quill, the ten-eyed man, where I can't remember the exact story, but some guy got his eyes messed up, and they attached his optic nerves to his fingers. So he literally has 10 eyes on his fingers.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah. If you see it on like worst Batman villains.
I've seen them before.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
look
look up top 10 worst Batman villains, and you'll probably hear Calendar Man, Crazy Quill, and the Ten-Eyed Man.
It's cryptic, man.
You could also have White Shark, who is just a guy with white face and no nose and sharp teeth, and they call him White Shark. Never really got him. Shark face. No, you know what would be really awesome? Like, in the way back of the crappy villain bar, you see King Shark from The Flash back there chugging a pitcher.
I should have saw that.
Oh, dude!
I've seen him jump out of the lake or whatever.
Yeah, dude, you gotta look that episode up.
It was big.
Yeah,
he did jump out of that.
Yeah,
it was awesome looking. I saw that. I didn't see the whole episode, just that part. It did look cool.
You could have Iggy, the clown, the Joker's crappy sidekick from like the 60s, back there shoving because he's all depressed because the Joker won't call him no more.
Remember, I was like, oh, 5-star frog splash. And King Shark jumped out.
Dude, that episode was good.
Or money shot.
Which, surprisingly enough, in my opinion, King Shark from that episode of The Flash looked better than Doomsday from Batman v Superman.
Yeah, I didn't like the way he looked either.
Yeah.
He looked like a moldy rock.
He looked like
or a moldy boulder.
I always thought he looked like one of Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles extra fucked up. You know, right? Like they ripped the shell off one of the turtles and gave him like super hate or something.
Looked like a rocky turtle. A moldy rocky turtle.
Well, that's Doomsday. That's Doomsday.
Like a turtle was made of like a rock monster,
Well, that's Doomsday's.
like a Neo Titan.
That's Doomsday's thing. Is he's pretty much just a Hulk, but covered in rock spikes.
I didn't like the way it looked. Didn't look too convincing to me at first when I first saw it.
It didn't look good on the big screen.
Ah, no wonder then.
Well, like I said,
I only saw that short preview and I was like, I'm not convinced.
well, like I said, King Shark looked better.
Yeah, it did. I mean, at least King Shark looked sharp, and the other one looked just like moldy rock. I remember I saw that and I was like, damn.
No, you could have Killer. No, you could have something like Batman's questioning Calendar Man about where Scarface's gang is, and Killer Moth tries to get up and be hard. It's like, stop where you are, Batman. He doesn't even look. He just throws a battering and knocks him right out.
Bing.
Bing. Oh.
Uh,
Then everyone acts like they're about to get up and start some shit, but they see Killer Moth get taken out without even being looked at, and they all just sit back down and stare at their drinks.
knocked his head like nothing happened.
Oh,
Oh, he got his head knocked. Nothing happened. I don't want my head knocked.
yeah. Well, technically, they're all supervillains, so they could all go back to jail or Arkham, so they're probably like, just sit down and maybe he'll leave.
Knock. I
Oh,
hope he's not here for me.
I just got out, man. I can't go back.
It's like, he just followed me out the other day. Come on.
Batman, I literally went from Blackgate to the fucking villain bar. I haven't done anything. I have this money in my pocket. I'm gonna pay. I was gonna pay my tab, man. Come on.
I was going to pay my taxes this year, Batman.
Oh man, imagine if Batman worked for the IRS. Like, I ain't paying this. Shh, justice.
$30, so they're going to have to rewire your jaw.
Fuck.
On second thought,
Well, the check was in the mail, but I can just give you the cash and cancel that check.
heck yeah.
You're damn right.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. I didn't doubt it for a minute.
You have change for a 50? What?
What, you asking for change?
No, what? Just put that. That's for further payment.
It says on the brochure, Batman only carries $20 worth of change at a time.
But that's exactly the change I need. Shut up!
It's like, I could add a couple ribs onto that if you want.
That's the one funny thing about the Batman Arkham games too. Like, at certain parts of the game, you got to interrogate a thug. It's like, okay, don't hurt me. They give up the information, and what's Batman do? He just
Right in the jaw.
It's like I said, don't hurt me. Oh, I gave you what you wanted. I was gonna go home. Did you have? Oh, I guess you had to break my jaw.
Technically, he didn't feel it because he was knocked out.
Yeah, what if he breaks his jaw? He's gonna feel it when he wakes up.
It's true. It's like, well, like I said about that game, it's like, dang, that city has good health care. It's like, oh, the jaws you broke in it, right?
My version of Batman wasn't killed, but he'll fuck your knee up.
All the ankles he freaking broke.
Uh,
The necks he cracked.
It's like, damn, Batman, I gotta walk around with a fucking cane for the rest of my life. But you're still alive. Ah, shit.
The backs he separated.
Yeah, Batman, I'm paralyzed for the fucking waist down. But you're still alive.
You're lucky I didn't kill ya.
What was that? Nothing. Wish this gave me an exploding wheelchair. What was that? Wish that was ripped off from fucking Breaking Bad, wasn't it? I just thought of that.
What'd you say? I swear that's the second time you said something. What are you saying over there? That's the second time. I'm sick of it.
Why don't you tell your nurse about it?
Hit that nursing button, buddy.
Nurse, Batman's being mean to me.
Nurse.
Batman won't leave me alone.
He hits the nurse button with his batarang and knocks it off so he can't push it. Where's the bathroom in this place? Out of here.
What are you serving for lunch? Tastes like shit. This is what you eat on a daily basis.
It's like, man, what's with all this Jello, man? Can't somebody get a single slice of pizza here? Man, not even for $2.
I only like the green Jello. Get this red crap out of here.
Give me the one where you melt on the cheese. I like that. Where's the plastic? Where's the plastic cheese? Come on. Half plastic, half cheese. Hit me.
I know, that'd be funny. Batman comes back to the Batcave one night after fighting crime. Alfred's like, I have duck tartare and all these fancy foods, and she's like, damn it, Alfred, can I just get some mac and cheese for once?
I told you I'd settle with mac and cheese and some pepper.
I got filet mignon and rack of lamb and duck tartare, sir. And he's like, I just want a bowl of mac and cheese. You want to spice it up? Put bacon in it.
Yeah. It's like, Alfred, is it so hard to ask for some Hungry Jack instant mashed potatoes with some pepper in it and some butter? Like, come on. Simple, see?
Could we just have Salisbury steak? Batman just wants, like, poor people food.
He just wants, like, instant mashed potatoes. That's all I asked for.
Oh, God.
One job.
Sir, that's quite unhealthy.
One job.
Sir, that's quite unhealthy for you. I don't care. It tastes delicious.
I don't care. I'm off a diet right now.
I just saved the city from a fucking clown.
Again.
I just stopped a guy dressed as a scarecrow from poisoning the water supply, Alfred.
May I mention again, too?
A guy with half his face burned off had a woman hostage, threw a coin in the air, and I hit it with my batarang, so he didn't know if he should shoot her in the face or not, and then I was able to punch him, saving the day again, Alfred.
Let me put another again on that.
I fought a bunch of hobos in the sewer tonight. A guy with a ventriloquist dummy hit me in the face with it tonight, Alfred.
Did you get hit in the face? Yeah.
Did you get hit in the face with a 5-pound block of wood tonight, Alfred? Sir, I only have your health in mind. Damn it, Alfred, you're right. I'm sorry. Can I have pudding? No. Damn it!
Class act, Master Bruce.
Class act.
Oh, wasted.
No, but a really funny scene to see in a Batman movie, like Batman has got the munchies or whatever, he pulls up like a 7-Eleven, he buys like some jerky in a snack pack or something, and like pays for it and leaves.
Broke.
He's like, thank you.
He couldn't though.
He has to have Alfred. But that's the thing, like Alfred won't let him eat that shit, so he has to sneak out his Batman to buy junk food. Right, Alfred opens the fucking the Bat car or the Batmobile to clean it one day, and a bunch of fucking like 7-Eleven and McDonald's wrappers and shit come flying. Bunch of Slurpee cups and McDonald's wrappers come flying out.
Cowtail wrappers.
Cowtail wrappers. Fucking bunch of Taco Bell wrappers and shit. Like, so you're off your diet again. I was feeling sad, Alfred. Scarecrow hit me with some of his fear toxin, and I saw my parents calling me a loser again.
It's better than ice cream. Oh, he's like, oh.
Now I just want to see Batman eating a burrito and crying. I miss my mommy and daddy. Oh. More fire sauce. Sitting in
They
the...
didn't give me enough fire sauce. Oh, again. Should have just went inside.
Who needs only 3 packets of fire sauce? Come on!
Yank, 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 yank. Take one of each. One of each. Yank, yank, yank.
Now I want to see Killer Croc do that. Like, he gets out on parole or whatever, and he's just trying to go like a fast food joint and just get some food legitimately. But he's a big crocodile guy and a known criminal, so they think he's trying to rob them.
Yeah,
It's like-
he'd have to cover his face or something, right?
He'll do like the Ninja Turtles, and he's done this in the comics. You know, trench coat fedora. You can look like You can look like Freddy Krueger, a giant turtle, or a giant crocodile man. As long as you have a trench coat and fedora on, you look like a normal person. The hell was that?
Yeah, it's like shoot. Like sometimes people call the cops just because people are sitting in the parking lot sometimes that work at a fast food joint because they're not sure.
Well, like I said, he's
But
literally,
yeah, he'd have to cover his face, you know.
he's literally just trying to buy some food.
Yeah, I see what you mean though.
Yeah, but he's a known criminal and a giant crocodile man, so they just automatically assume that he's robbing the place.
You know.
He's like, no, I just want a taco.
You know.
And then the cops come in and they think they have a hostage situation, and because he's wearing a trench coat, they just assume he has a gun under it, right?
Yeah.
And he's even got his hands up. He's like, no, I just wanted food.
Yeah.
Although they did a episode of Batman the Animated Series where Harley Quinn kind of did the same thing, where she got out on, she got released from Arkham, went to some store and was buying some clothes, and they forgot to take the little tag off it, so the alarm went off.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and the security guard grabs her by the arm. And is like, "Oh, excuse me, man, we just got to take the tag off," and she freaks out instantly because she thinks she's going back to the loot bin.
I remember.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. And then she accidentally kidnaps a general's daughter or something, and he chases her down with the tank.
Yeah, about Killer Croc. He was kind of like the Marvel Thing guy. The guy that wanted to be treated normally and didn't want to be, a freaky crocodile guy.
Oh yeah.
Or like, I didn't want to be a freak. I just want to be normal.
Well, that's the
normal.
whole. Well, Killer Croc's origin, pretty much more or less, is he's just a big tough dude with a skin disease that gives him like alligator looking or crocodile looking skin. And because he's a big freaky looking dude, people always treated him like shit. So he ran off and joined the circus and became Killer Croc, and he would wrestle.
Or it could be accepted.
Yeah, he became part of a freak show because then you're not a weirdo; you're just another guy, and would wrestle crocodiles and shit. And then the circus kind of goes under, and he tries to go back to Gotham and be a regular person. But once again, he's a big freaky alligator or crocodile-looking guy, and no one will accept him. So he just becomes like a thug, a criminal, because you got to.
It's like, yeah, well, why not be a bad guy if everybody treats you that way anyway?
Yeah, if everyone's going to treat you like a monster, I'll be your monster.
Why not be that?
Yeah. Yeah, so Killer Croc's origin is kind of sad in the fact that, like, he didn't want to be a bad guy. He just dealt a bad hand and no one gave him a job. Don't make myself sad.
Change. Change. Yep, he was trying to change and be good. But
Yeah. Well, even the storylines were,
got sick of it.
I can't remember, DC Comics did this, like, miniseries. They did it, like, 2 or 3 times where it's like, what was it called? I don't know. It's like Arkham Asylum, I think is what it calls, or Tales from Arkham Asylum or something like that. Where it's like the Joker locked up in Arkham, kind of like the Crypt Keeper, telling stories about the other patients of Arkham, in like one-shot stories. And they did one about Killer Croc that was kind of sad. Killer Croc broke out of Arkham and made an escape for it. He ran, he was all kind of like beaten up and stuff, and he ran into this couple that were trying to take over like this mob syndicate or whatever. And they were always like, the 3 of us, the 3 amigos and shit, we're gonna run this town, And they were starting to take shit over. But then, Phil, money, greed, power corrupts everyone, right?
Setups.
Yeah. the only two people that he thought were his friends eventually aspired to have him, because Killer Croc, he's a big, strong, muscly guy. They were using him as the muscle. They pulled that same shit on him, you're the muscle, Croc, and we're the brains. You do what we tell you to, and we run this city, And he kind of bought into it, the Three Amigos, big crocodile man doesn't have friends, So someone that kind of accepted him, he just kind of picked up that ball and ran with it, But like I said, they start aspiring against each other. And they try to have Killer Croc kill the other one, so then it would just be you and me, Croc. Then we'll run everything. And they set up Croc where they have like 5-10 dudes in a room with a shotgun where Killer Croc's supposed to go in and kill one of them. Because like I said, it was a setup. The two of them were setting them up to kill Killer Croc. So they could run the town. They were setting up their muscle. They thought the muscle was getting too big or whatever, so they had to take out the muscle so they could still run the city or whatever.
Didn't work out that way.
Yeah, no. So they said yes. That's how Killer Croc. He even figures out that it's a setup. Because they both fucked up and said they're hiding out at this house, and they both said why would they both be hanging out at the house where I'm supposed to kill one of them stealthily?
He was no dummy.
Yeah, he kind of put two and two together. And there's like 5-10 dudes in the room with a shotgun. They're all kind of like freaking out, because it's Killer Croc.
Be cool.
Yeah, and they're like, just keep pumping him with the shotguns, even when he's down. Just keep going until your clip's unloaded. And of course, it's Gotham, so it's midnight and raining. Killer Croc standing right outside the house. They kind of hint that he's thinking about going in there and just kind of committing suicide, Just letting it, because the only two people that are his friends kind of, they betrayed him and shit, He's never going to be accepted,
It's a scummy looking city.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Always dark.
But no, then he goes back to their house. They're there celebrating because they think he's dead. And he kills them both. And it ends with Batman opening the window to Killer Croc just sitting next to both their dead bodies covered in their blood. Like, I'm ready to go back to Arkham. That's the Arkham. That's the one place where he is accepted, Phil.
He likes getting shocked.
Well, it's not that he likes getting shocked. It's that, in Arkham, all the villains, when they're in there, for the most part, are pretty chummy with each other, It's just when they get outside and are doing mob shit, that's when they stab and kill each other. When they're in Arkham, they're like, hey, Croc, how's it going?
About time you got here.
What took you so long to come back? Riddler, you were out for 3 months this time. Holy shit, a new record?
That's me.
I'll be out in 6. Yeah. That's the thing, like I said, that's a weird thing, too. Like, in Arkham, they kind of seem like they're friends, or at least tolerate each other. It's just when they go back out onto the streets when they start trying to kill each other.
It's a love-hate thing. It's a love-hate thing, really.
When you're inside,
they'll never kill each other. They'll see each other again either way.
Oh, yeah. Well, Penguin and the Riddler kind of have... I think that's kind of why they became friends in the Gotham TV show, because even in the comics, they have, like, a respect for each other,
Yeah, like, they're all those guys.
Yeah, where the Joker and Killer Croc are the psychopaths, Two-Face, the Riddler, and the Penguin are the gentleman criminals, While those other savages do their thing, we'll sit back and be cool, Black Mask. Yeah. But they're probably not going to do any of that.
Probably not. Rush.
Yeah. But I don't know. It was fun to talk about my ideas for the Batman movie that will never be made. No, Phil. I just thought something even better. Back at the villain bar, where Batman's questioning Calendar Man about where the ventriloquist's gang is. Condiment King and Killer Moth stand up to try and take down Batman or threaten Batman, and he throws 2 batarangs and it takes them both out in one swing without even looking at them. That's when everyone else is like, okay,
Clink.
right? Takes out 2 guys with one swing without even looking at them. You want to mess with that guy? Especially when your superpower shooting ketchup at people.
Be like, clink. Nope. I smell sweet and saucy.
Calendar, the Condiment King shoots a bunch of soy sauce in your eyes, so you're like, oh fuck!
Oh, it burns.
Oh shit! Oh god, why?
It burn. Salt.
Or no, he shoots a fucking habanero hot sauce in your eyes. Oh.
Yep. That would suck.
And that's how he kills you. He runs up and then jams it down your throat and just fills you up with habanero sauce until you fucking choke.
That'll choke you and burn you.
Oh god!
Burn the inside of your mouth a bit too. Yep. Urgh.
What's your head over? I know, I was just saying you sounded kind of muttered when you said that.
Yeah, it'd be like, urgh, it's choking me. Oh, it's burning my eyes. I can't see.
I instantly regret every decision I made in my life.
I can't breathe.
No, he puts the habanero sauce gun into your mouth, and he waits till your eyes pop out with habanero sauce. Oh god. Now that's the rated R Batman movie I want to see. Condiment King kills a guy with spicy habanero sauce.
I wish my suit wasn't made of this material, because it really seals in the flavor. You know how many flavors I am right now? Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you would do for a Cyborg movie, though. I'm not that familiar with the character, though. All I ever seen was the original Teen Titans show from the 1999 and Teen Titans Go, and I'm guessing Teen Titans Go is the best interpretation of the character.
Yeah, immature.
Yeah. Well, I read the New 52 Justice League up until... did I ever tell you this? I can't
He's
remember what...
supposed to come back big, apparently.
They've been putting, like I
According to
said,
them.
ever since the New 52, they've been pushing Cyborg hard. I imagine because you're
I've seen new pictures of it.
Yeah. They've been pushing Cyborg hard since the New 52. Which I guess is trying to get a minority character out there, I guess is the thought, but I don't know. It's better than Black Lightning, I guess. And
I don't even know what that is.
Black Lightning is Super Friends. Phil, guess what?
Faster friends.
Phil, he's a black guy who shoots lightning, so his name is Black Lightning.
That's kind of cool.
And, yeah, he was in Young Justice for, like, one scene where him and Static are teaming up and taking out some bad guys. And he's like, you ever need a mentor, kid? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it then.
You quit watching Young Justice after a part. I watched it.
That's true.
He's a pretty cool character. He had one of those, back when they were doing that DC Shorts on Cartoon Network, he had a little short too on there, but I had watched that on YouTube and I can't remember anything too spectacular about it. But still, I ain't waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning to watch cartoons no more.
Really?
Wrong man. Plus, that's the other thing, Phil. Saturday morning cartoons technically dead. I don't even think they air them no more.
Yeah, about those Saturday morning cartoons, though, they do air them. But, you know, to catch the really good stuff, like one time I actually caught a good episode of Teen Titans. Like it must have been 5 or 6, something in the morning, or 6:30 in the morning around that time. That's AM time.
I refuse to believe such a thing exists.
Yep. But they actually fought something. I was like, they're fighting something. Oh my god, it's a miracle. I was like, if Matt saw this, he would freak out right now. They're fighting something.
They weren't making pee-pee jokes.
Nope.
They weren't making Cyborg and Beast Boy just be stupid for the sake of being stupid.
Nope. I was like, oh, it's a miracle. They're finally fighting someone. I was like, it is possible. Yep, then they turned it into one of those crazy Mad Max, everything zapping stuff episode.
That's probably why they were just ripping off Mad Max then.
Yep.
Because Fury Road probably just came out and they're like, this is popular.
That's true. But yeah, like I said, it was on at like 5 to 6:30, a.m. when you're not going to wake up to watch it, basically.
Well, that's the other thing, too. Like, I only catch, that's the thing, you can't avoid Teen Titans Go. Like, it's also like, oh, We Bears is coming on. I've been sitting through like 5 minutes of Titans Go here.
Something else.
Oh, Clarence. Oh, I gotta sit through. Oh. Like you said,
It's like that, though. You're right.
like I said, that's the other thing, too. Like, if I hate something, I try to avoid it. For the most part. Like I said, I thought about watching Superman Man of Steel again, but I was like, that movie pisses me off so much. Why would I do this to myself? So I just avoided it. But with Teen Titans Go, it's on so much that, like, you just can't avoid it. Like, the only way you can avoid it is to, like, either wait till, like, a minute or two before the fucking show starts, or just watch, like, the last 5 minutes of it. And even then, you can't avoid it because they promote the shit out of the show. They promote that more than any shit. Well, probably than on this.
Well, it's like the SpongeBob of that network. It got the unlimited rerun reel.
Oh, yeah.
Pull out the unlimited rerun reel. You rent it for 24 hours. Okay, now it goes unlimited. Unlimited rerun reel.
Well, I don't think
pull it out.
They don't play it 24 hours a day because Adult Swim still runs. But they got to play Teen Titans.
A lot.
Yeah, they got to play it at least 6 hours a day, I guess.
I mean, that's on almost every time I switch to that channel.
Like I said, that's the other thing, too. Like, I don't pay attention that well to the schedule. I get home from work, I turn on the TV, I go straight to Cartoon Network because I still like cartoons. It's like, God damn it, Teen Titans Go is on for an hour.
Because you're getting all the ones that aren't good. But like I said, only the good ones air it, like, when you can't get up to watch them.
The only good to that, I remember one time I woke up, turned on the TV, and it was the Scooby-Doo WrestleMania, whatever. That was the only time I was like, yes, I woke up.
WrestleMania City.
Yeah. Oh, Phil, you get to see John Cena fucking suplex a Ghost Bear. He gets ridden like a surfboard. He picks up the Mystery Machine out of a ditch.
His biceps were like rescue floats.
So, you get to see
a raft.
Yeah, he's a rat. His pectorals are so bouncy and muscly that they float.
Raftceps.
Raftceps. He has a cage match with a ghost bear. Oh. Kane threatens Scooby-Doo and Shaggy?
Forget Kane.
I like Kane. Scorpion Kane sucks, Phil, but he's done with that now.
Pick something. I don't know if it was.
Last I watched, he was done with that. He was still running around with Kane, but I don't know that much.
Oh man, you should. I saw the last Raw, man. It was so bad. It was so immature. They had Brock Lesnar dancing around in the ring, and they're hyping this hardcore match that's supposed to happen at one of the pay-per-views, right? So they had Dean Ambrose come out, and he had like a wheelbarrow or something like that he was wheeling around, and they're showing him he's pulling out chairs and stuff like that, and he's throwing them into this container, pulls out a trash can. throws it in the container, and Brock Lesnar grabs the kendo stick and he's banging it up against the rope. So they're totally hyping this match, but it's like really immature because he throws in like a tray or something, and then he pulls out a chainsaw, and I'm like, oh come on, give me a freaking break!
Like, he pulls a chainsaw from under the ring or something.
Yeah, he pulled out like it might have been a replica, but
I doubt it was a real chainsaw because
yeah.
WWE ain't going to take that kind of risk after Owen Hart,
Yeah, that's true. But he pulls out like a chainsaw and tosses it in there. Why would
you throw the chainsaw in so the other guy could grab it?
Like he plans to use it or something at the next match. And I'm like, okay, come on now. Now we're just going out here and like these are full grown men is what I'm saying. And like, yeah, let's taunt each other with these weapons for a minute. But when you pull out a chainsaw, it's just like, okay, come on, this is hilarious. I mean, dude, I was laughing so hard.
Well,
I was like, oh my god, come on, as if.
So what happened? What happened after that? Did he start the chainsaw and what's his name run out of the ring or whatever?
No, basically, that was the end of the episode. So basically, he just wheeled it out, and Brock Lesnar danced around in the ring with the kendo stick for a minute.
So what what happened? He pulled out the chainsaw. Did he even start it or what?
Oh no. What happened was he was wheeling it around the ring, right? And then he got in the ring to talk some stuff to him.
So what? He grabbed the chainsaw, went to the ring, and Brock Lesnar freaked out and ran out of the ring, or what?
No, what happened was like he was wheeling it around the ring, and then Dean Ambrose got into the ring, mouthing off at the mic after Brock Lesnar got out of the ring, and then they made Brock Lesnar jump up at the ring like something was actually going to happen. So and then Dean Ambrose swung at him, and then that's how they ended the episode.
With an unstarted chainsaw?
No, not with the chainsaw. It was with the kendo stick.
So what did they do with the chainsaw?
He just left it in there.
That's dumb. Why would you bring out a chainsaw and not even threaten the guy with it? Just leave it sitting in the middle of the ring.
Well, he left it in the barrel that he put it in. Because he was he was
that's
mouthing
what I'm saying.
off, though.
But yeah, I understand that he's mouthing off and he's fucking spitting heat to fucking hype the next match or whatever. But why would you pull out a chainsaw to spit hype and then put the chainsaw in a barrel and then pick up a kendo stick? Why would you keep the chainsaw out?
Right.
The chainsaw... Phil, what are you more scared of? Phil, if you had the kendo stick and I had the chainsaw. Come on.
Because the kendo stick will kill somebody. The chainsaw would.
Yeah, but then why even introduce a chainsaw if you're not going to use it in any way, shape, or form?
Right. But I was laughing, dude.
Yeah, remember when Terry Funk had to go through the...
You can't kill anybody.
I know, but remember when Terry Funk had to go through the degrading gimmick that was Chainsaw Charlie? And run around with that stupid fucking stocking mask on his face and that chainsaw
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, but he at least...
I remember.
Yeah, but at least he threatened people with the chainsaw. He never hit no one with it, sure, yeah.
Right.
But he would still threaten people with it and chase people around with it and shoot sparks at people and shit. He just didn't go like, here's my chainsaw, then put it down and walk to the ring. Yeah, that'd be like if Chainsaw Charlie walked out and was like, yeah, I have a chainsaw, then put it down at the entrance and then walk to the ring. Why would you introduce... Phil, that's like, I got a gun in this wrestling match. I'm going to pull out the clip, throw the gun into the crowd, and now talk to you with a clip full of... You know?
Right. It's like, well, I do agree that they're trying to hype the match, but it's just like, okay, come on. You're not going to freaking chop somebody up with a chainsaw. Come on.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Chainsaw Charlie, Terry Funk never used a chainsaw, but he at least like chased people around with it and threatened people with it. You know, like Al Snow, at least he hit people with head, right?
Right. But sometimes I was just like, okay, you can just tell that they're trying too hard now.
Yeah, but what?
They were just trying too hard, you know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Why would you introduce a gimmick and then not use it?
Yeah.
That's like having the blue meat.
So two people can talk. That's why.
Yeah, but why wasn't he talking with the chainsaw in his hand? Is what I'm saying. Right.
Right.
So,
but yeah, they just tried to make it where Brock Lesnar tried to do something real quick. Then Dean Ambrose was doing something, just swung at him for a minute, and he just happened to miss him. It was just to hype the match. Like
what?
He was going to do something, then leave, you know, basically.
Well, that's the problem with Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he's very physical, intimidating man. Let me get that out of the way. But he's not like a wrestler. Like John Cena, he actually puts in work. He wrestles like on Raws and shit at least once or twice a month.
Well, yeah, you don't see Brock Lesnar wrestling every freaking week. That's
or at least every other week.
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar just shows up to hype pay-per-views.
And Pleaseplex City. Pleaseplex City, right?
Suplex City is horrible.
Or Passplex City. I'm gonna go by.
Suplex City is a horrible gimmick, and I hate it. That's what I'm saying. That's why Paul Heyman's his manager, and that's why Paul Heyman usually is the hype guy.
He's a dummy. He can't talk.
Yeah, he don't know.
Not dumb.
Yeah, well,
he can't talk.
Yeah, he don't know how to work the mic like Paul Heyman does.
Yeah, he's paying him to talk. Just a ton of it.
Ton of mic work.
They're really good at it too.
Paul Heyman's really good at working that mic. Do they still sell "I'm a Paul Heyman guy" T-shirts? I want me one of them.
Probably.
But yeah, like I'm saying, Brock Lesnar, physically imposing person, not denying it. But, well, at the same time, he probably looks at guys like Edge, Taz, and what's the beard guy? No, not very guess guy.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. Yeah. Guys had great careers, or great wrestlers, put in work. But unfortunately, their necks are so dinked up that like they land on their head wrong, they're dead, so they had to retire.
Yep.
So you can understand why Brock Lesnar probably puts that kind of thought into it. And like I said, this year alone too, like Justin Andrews or whatever, he fucking tore his fucking quadricep all kind of up and shit. He's out for like 6 months or something.
Yeah, like Kurt Angle too's teetering on that.
Yeah. So like I said, wrestling might be fake, but it's still a dangerous business.
I thought that Kurt Angle had like an adamantium neck or something.
He's landed on his neck a lot.
Yeah. He's had like things in TNA where he's like, I have been cleared to compete tonight for the championship and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, dang, but he's reckless though. He's like teetering on that almost.
Yeah. Well, I remember once too, when they were doing the Raw versus SmackDown angle, where they had competing rosters. SmackDown had a roster, Raw had a roster, and Jerry the King Lawler, the announcer from Raw, was having a feud with Taz, the announcer from SmackDown. Remember?
I remember.
And I can't remember what pay-per-view it was, but they were finally going to have like a grudge. It was supposed to be the Raw versus SmackDown pay-per-view, and they were going to do announcer versus announcer, Taz versus Jerry the King Lawler. Which Jerry the King Lawler actually called Taz a lucky charm way back in the ECW days, and it's always pissed him off.
Barf.
Even to this day. So this is kind of like a grudge match, but like I said, at the same time, Taz's neck is like super fucked up, so he's not like
I know
shouldn't be wrestling.
Girl.
Yeah. So I wanted to watch that match, especially because I was like, gotta see how this plays out.
I remember it.
But remember, it's super lame because Jerry the King Lawler, for whatever, turns his back, and Taz throws the Taz mission on him. Back in the day, when Taz threw the Taz mission on people, it was usually guys like twice his size, so he'd have to jump on their back like a fucking monkey or whatever, and choke them out. But in this one, Jerry the King Lawler just turns his back for a second, and Taz chokes him out, goes to one knee, slowly lies down on his back, and then the King taps out. Kind of lame, but at the same time, I know the guy's medical history.
Well, you could tell they both laid down at the same time.
Yeah, they had to play it safe. Because, like I said, if
Jerry's telling him not too fast.
No, Taz is telling him.
Let me go down first.
Yeah, Taz is telling him not too fast. Because, like I said, if he did it like back in the day where he would jump on your back,
I remember.
And Jerry landed on him wrong, Taz would.
Well, I remember it didn't look convincing, and that's when I realized he wasn't trying to hurt him.
Yeah, they were
because of his neck.
Yeah, they were both playing. Like I said,
they both got neck. They both got neck problems. Yep.
Jerry the King is not in that much greater shape. Yeah. Yep.
Both neck problems.
Yeah.
Bad.
But at that point, you might as well just had Michael Cole fight Tajiri. Oh wait, they did do that. But yeah, like I said, man, wrestling might be fake, but it's a fucking brutal business.
Well, they had the Quentin match.
Well,
The Quentin T match. That's not what they called it, but they had the Kiss My Foot match.
which Vince turned into the Kiss My Ass Club.
No. Yeah, that was between Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler.
Yeah. Now, they used to have Kiss My Feet matches way back in the day, like even in the 30s, dude. Because that's like, kissing someone's feet's like a fucking ultimate insult.
I remember ECW did it a lot.
Yeah. Like I said, that match has been around like almost as long
Dawn
as
Marie.
Yeah. That match has been around almost as long as wrestling, dude.
Francine.
The Queen of Extreme Francine.
Yeah, I remember Jerry Lawler actually roasted on Michael Cole during one of the SmackDown episodes. And he asked him how that barbecue sauce tasted, and I was like, oh, wasted. He wasted it, dude.
Well, they pushed Michael Cole to be the ultimate fucking heel. Michael Cole, even though he was an announcer, he was the biggest heel in the WWE for like 2-3 years, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, he did.
They turned.
He did that one on Africa.
Well, Michael Cole's. What you mean is Michael Cole before
That's who got his name out there.
Yeah, Michael Cole before he was in the WWE as an announcer, he was actually a war journalist.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I can't remember what war it is, but he was actually like.
Yeah, he was running through shit with people, man. And I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
I'm being protected by a squad of Marines right now because we are being engaged. Oh, holy shit.
Yeah. No wonder why after that he preferred fake violence.
Yeah, no.
Well, semi-fake. Yeah, semi-fake violence. The danger's still real, but nowhere near as real as that.
Imagine wearing a bulletproof vest to your job. Wow. Because apparently Cat Williams decided all of a sudden that he was going to come up on a soccer field with a bunch of kids and people playing soccer.
Right, he saw a bunch of kids in a soccer field playing soccer, and he decided to join the game.
Yep. And he thought he would cash in on some community service thing or something like that, and just totally random join up.
Well, I know Cat. We thought
because he thought that was a good idea. I didn't think that was a good idea.
Well, you should never just randomly join a group of anyone if you don't know who anyone is. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't know this. Cat Williams is a comedian. He did that stand-up special, The Pimp Chronicles.
Yep.
I think that's the big one he's been known from. And we've made this joke off camera before. Cat Williams is probably pissed off at Kevin Hart, right? I used to be the funny short black guy before you were the funny short black guy. But apparently, we talked about this story. Cat Williams showed up.
With nappy hair.
Yeah. Don't get in a fight with a perm, people. It doesn't look good. But Cat Williams saw some kids in a field playing soccer. And he's kind of has a bunch of legal problems since even before this or something. So maybe he was trying to earn some like brownie face points or something.
Kids took.
Yeah, got his kids taken away almost. Yeah,
almost. It was close.
Yeah, so like I even heard like his family's trying to get him like mentally evaluated and shit. Like apparently some bad times for Cat Williams.
In the bin.
Yeah. But I guess to like get some brownie points or like make himself look like a good guy or something, he saw some kids playing soccer in a field somewhere, so he decided to join the game. And I'm not gonna look up the kid's name, but some shit talking. Phil, we were 15, 16 once. What do you do when you play sports? Any sport, you talk shit. You suck.
I know what it was.
Yeah.
He told him he couldn't kick a corner kick correctly, and that set it all off.
Yeah. And we looked at the video before. You can, like, of course, that's why I said, Phil, you can't fuck up in this age, man. Everyone's whipping out their phones.
Hey, he swung first.
Yeah. But to Cat Williams' defense, they did show him walking with, like, the kids getting in his face. Right. But you can hear people...
He tried, though.
Yeah. You can see Cat Williams trying to walk away.
World star.
Yeah. You hear people in the background. Don't let him talk shit to you like that. You gonna put up with that, Cat? You know. And I don't know the exact story. The kid that Cat Williams sucker punched said Cat Williams dragged him to this corner. Yeah. Everyone, of course, everyone shows up with their phones. And Cat Williams, you can't deny it's on film. He straight up sucker punched that kid in the face.
Hey, he did take the first swing.
Yeah.
You never do that,
Yeah.
though.
He said,
I couldn't.
He said, what did you say to me, more or less, and just sucker punched this kid in the face. And that's the other thing, too. Like, Cat, I know he's 17, 15, 16, whatever, but he's bigger. He's quite larger than you. And the kid choked him out.
Where's this freaking security? I'd be firing security.
Probably didn't have it. Got all kind of legal problems. He's probably, all his money's probably paid into his... where's his lawyer's security is what he should be saying.
I'd be telling him, hit this person, man. Freaking choking me. Hit this person.
Not hit this person. Get this person off. Because if you say hit this person, you'll look like...
They took too long to get him off him. I was like, what? He's probably with a bunch of scrub people.
I don't even think it's security.
Where's the security at?
They didn't even look like security. It just looked like the people that were around filming them pulled their kid off him.
Probably was.
Yeah. So I don't even think Cat Williams had security, which is probably another bad thing.
So you fly a jet to a freaking secluded field and you don't have security with you? It's not smart.
Well, maybe why do you think his family wants to lock him away in the loony bin?
Probably afraid he's going to get stabbed.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's also some video on YouTube where he's doing a fucking cell phone cam thing, calling out Kevin. Like I said, I don't know what it is, but for some reason he was calling out Kevin Hart. Remember, he was like, "I'll take you out on a basketball game. I'll dust you in comedy."
I saw that.
I'll dust you in comedy. You ain't.
Yep, I saw that on the Meltdown thing or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Where he was totally calling him out.
Yeah.
Yep, I saw that. I was like, damn.
Yeah. And
fuck.
I don't know. To their defense, I think Kevin Hart and Cat Williams are both talented comedians. They both made me laugh pretty hard on multiple occasions. They just never been comedians I follow up on that much. I didn't know Cat Williams admitted to some legal problems and pimp crowns and shit, but I didn't know he was this kind of fucking crazy, you know? And if I was Kevin Hart, I'd be like, I don't know that shit. Right?
Yep. Remember, even that guy that choked him out even did a response like, he sucker punched me in, it is what it is and all that,
Yeah. He sucker punched me, I defended myself, and it is what it is. But they also said that kid...
Still left the location alive, didn't he?
Yeah. But they said that kid might be trying to sue Cat Williams, too, so...
Yeah, I remember.
Don't say too much, but say you were defending yourself, right? It's probably... That sounds like something a lawyer would tell you to say, right?
Yeah, well...
He attacked me, I defended myself, and what happened.
Well, you could tell he clipped him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you can't really defend Cat Williams, and it's like... It's on video. Even if the kid was talking shit, you straight up sucker punched him. You didn't even see, the kid's looking away, and he just goes...
It's kind of clipped him a bit.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, too. I think even if Cat Williams hit him straight out...
It looked like he meant to hit him, but still, he clipped him.
No, he
looked like he clipped his chin.
Yeah, but Phil even...
Barely clipped his chin.
Yeah, but Phil even hit him on the dead on the jaw. Did Cat Williams really think he was going to knock that guy out?
Probably right.
Well, maybe he's cray-cray.
Security was cracking up at that time.
Security is probably like, nah, just let him talk, man. Let him do him.
Yeah. Probably wasn't security, though. Damn, security definitely be getting fired if somebody fucking choking me out.
Well, yeah.
Look, security gonna get fired tonight.
Well, that's the other thing, too. I don't know if he had security or not.
I'd be like, stick your fingers in this person's nose. Get them off me.
Fish hook.
Yeah, fish hook this person or something. Do something. Get this person off me or you're getting fired.
Well, if he did have security, Phil, how did he let the guy that's antagonizing him get that close to him in the first place? That's bad. That's bad. I'm not a security expert, but I'm pretty sure. Phil, if I'm a security guard, if I'm your security guard, and there's some guy standing like 2 feet away from you talking shit to you, I'm doing a bad job, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if they look like they're getting violent to the point you have to sucker punch them, right? So if he did have security, they did do a crappy job because they never should have got to that situation in the first place.
Cat Williams is just a fucking hothead.
It does seem like that. He's always talking.
He is.
Yeah, and you've seen his comedy too. He's always talking about how you gotta be real.
Yeah, he's a hothead.
He's also
I think.
Yeah, well, his rap sheet seems to agree with you, though. Like he even slapped a dude in a Kmart or a Target or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was like, dang, dude.
Yeah, like I said, I saw the special Pimp Chronicles on Comedy Central, and I never really paid that much attention to his career after that. But apparently, I didn't pay that much attention to it because he's been running around slapping people and picking fights and shit. Maybe he's got a Napoleon complex or something because he's a short dude or whatever.
I don't know. I know I saw a video of him not too long ago where he got stopped by an unmarked vehicle and a surfer was pretending to be a cop. Yeah. And I guess this surfer guy called him that bad word, I guess. And
the racially insensitive word?
Yeah. I guess he called him that, and he wasn't even a real cop. But he got stopped on he was on like a super fast motorcycle or something like that. And that's why he got stopped.
That one was?
Yeah. And this was like a live interview that somebody shot on the road, really. It was like a live interview.
So it's a paparazzo setup shit?
Yeah. And the guy was like, thank you for your interview, Cat Williams, man. He was like, you're a great guy, man. And he was like, oh, thank you very much, my sir. And then his homie gets on the back with him and they cruise off on this super cool motorbike. I was like, damn.
Is that what that mission on GTA 5 is based on? Remember where you're Franklin and you have to drive that guy on the back of your motorcycle while he's filming some celebrity? Or maybe that's a Princess Diana reference too. That, who knows? But yeah, well, like I said, I also heard too that
So when you're getting stopped by some unmarked freaking vehicles and stuff like that, you know it ain't good.
But I also heard too that in an interview, even in the comedy special, I think he mentioned how he's been robbed a couple of times too. So maybe he got robbed and the shit beat out of him.
Oh, so he got a gun. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, so it just made him just made him super paranoid or whatever. Because he's a short guy or whatever. I don't want to say that his mental stability breaks down because he's short or whatever. But, a bunch of bad, I got attacked once. I talked about this before. And that shit ain't fun. So I imagine happening to have it a couple more times to make it even more paranoid. So, plus everyone deals with trauma differently or something or whatever, Maybe, maybe getting mugged twice just kind of sent him over the edge or something.
At least you're thinking about it logically.
Yeah. I'm not excusing his actions or whatever, but I can understand why he might be a little paranoid or whatever, because he was already, that's what I'm saying, he was already mugged twice. That's what I'm saying.
On the edge.
That's what I'm saying. He was already mugged twice, this kid, even though
he's going to lose his money.
Yeah.
Lawsuits.
Probably. But you understand what I'm saying? It's like, this, even though he's a kid, there's this guy that's bigger than him. He's intimidating him. He's already been mugged twice. Maybe he's freaking out or whatever or something, And plus there's like fucking 20 people that are circling with their cameras out and shit,
He saw all those cameras.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah, he saw all those other cameras too, so they're going to see you. So, yeah, I didn't think of that either.
And plus, you never hit first.
Maybe just PTSD or something. I don't know. Punisher would have handled that way better.
Mm,
But I don't know. Like I said, it sucks, man, because I think he was a pretty funny guy.
I think he's just an idiot.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Like I said, I was trying to defend the guy. Like maybe he's freaking out. But
Well, no, you don't just show up at a random spot expecting people to love you.
well, no,
That's what I think.
I think he was just trying to earn. Like I
A
said,
little ignorant.
well, I think he was just trying to earn brownie points. Like I said,
Maybe they weren't Cat Williams fans. I don't know.
I think he was just trying to earn brownie points because, like I said, he's already in legal trouble. But was like, look, I took time out of my day to hang out with
Sounds
kids.
like community service to me.
Yeah, but he's doing. That's what I'm saying. He's doing community service even before community service is put on. He's like, look, I'm hanging out with kids. I'm the good guy.
Right.
But then shit went bad, obviously.
Because apparently that guy said they were talking a bunch of shit and it just got out of hand.
Yeah.
People shouldn't have been sifting fists, but
Well, like I said, Phil, I'm not the hugest sports player ever, but I played sports when I was in my teens. That's what you do. You talk shit. I never got into a fist fight over that shit.
cheap shots.
Yeah.
I did once.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were playing touch football one time, and I accidentally forgot to touch, and I elbowed him in the chest, knocking him down. Whoops, I meant to throw my hand out, but I didn't move fast.
Hell yeah.
Whoops.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, like I said, but that's it. Ooh, yeah. Fuck, that was when I was like 12. Fucking statute of limitation passed on that shit a long time ago.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he went there to earn some like brownie points, like face points or whatever, and it just went super bad for him.
Yeah, I remember one guy got pissed because I told him he couldn't kick a field goal straight, and he hit me, and I was kicking his ass. Yeah, it was funny, dude. I pushed it like super hardcore. I was like, yeah, you can't kick a field goal straight. I was like, you're kicking it like that one guy that caught it and got an interception and got a touchdown, man.
Well, that's what I was talking about. Like in gym class, you had to play touch football, and people were talking shit. And like, hold on, let me tell you this story. I don't know if I told you this or not. Let me tell you this story about touch football I had to play in high school. Yeah, to talk more about that touch football game where I elbowed a dude in the chest instead of touching him. I'm that kind of nerd for. I don't give two shits about fucking actual sports. Like I used to watch boxing and MMA because it's people punching each other in the face. But you watch it long enough and it just breaks down. Boxing and MMA breaks down to two things: two dudes hugging each other and rolling around. You rarely see the Rocky. That's why I like watching movies about fights than watching actual fights. Because in movie fights, like Rocky and fucking Apollo Creed are just wailing on each other, going back and forth. But in real life, what happens, like, they throw one or two punches, maybe one or two of them are good, land, then they hug. Then the ref has to separate them.
True.
Then they hug. Same with MMA, except for they're allowed to roll around on the mat for a lot longer.
Yeah. I remember I did see a bloody one, but it wasn't one that I downloaded or one that I meant to see.
Yeah.
But these guys were literally bathing in blood because they were fighting so much. And the guy actually held them off for the rest of the round, even though there was blood everywhere. I mean, it was all over this guy's body. Like, they were bathing in it. Like, it was literally leaking out of his nose. It's crazy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't like watching big prize fights like, what was that one you were talking about? Pacquiao versus Pacquiao?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby hit.
Yeah. Well, Phil.
Top of the head.
Yeah, Phil. In Pacquiao versus Pacquiao, even if you lose, you still make like $100 million.
Yep.
Why would you fucking want to wreck your face?
It's true.
I want to see a fight between two.
Plus he got sued.
Yeah. But I want to see a fight where two dudes are fighting because rent's due at midnight.
Yep. That was one of them, man.
Yeah. those dudes are going to put in the fight because Brent's due at midnight. But yeah, but like I said, I'm that kind of nerd. Don't really care about sports, even the two I did care about, I lost interest in. Wrestling's the only one I kept up on, and I fall in and out of that. But part of your high school, you gotta graduate high school, you gotta get that gym credit. And I think my gym teacher was probably an alcoholic because we were put into
I was pretty crazy.
He put us into like this little bracket league, of teams of four, no teams of five, four blockers more or less, and one quarterback. So it'd be a 5-on-5 teams. And he enticed us by saying, "Whoever's the champion at the end wins. I'll buy them all their favorite candy bar." And I didn't give two shits about a candy bar. And plus,
I won a Coke once.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't give a shit about a candy bar. And plus, the reason why I thought he was an alcoholic because he could set us up in these little brackets, say who plays who, and then go back into his office inside the building, and then come out and be like, "Who won? Smelling a rum." Like I said, he was getting paid to go into his office and drink and let little kids fucking run into each other head on. So, of course, me not being that big of a sports fan either, and not giving two shits about a fucking free candy bar at the end of fucking 4 months, would half-ass it, They're like, "Run." I'm like, "I'm not gonna run." I was like, at one point, my team was even getting mad at me because everyone's main plan at that point was just like, run as far as you can, and then the quarterback's going to throw the football to you. Because we were working on the honor system, too, because like I said, the fucking coach the gym teacher would go back into his office. So we were all working on the honor system, and I was like, why should I put in an effort? As long as I'm here, I'm still going to get the grade, right? Right? So why put in the effort? Why put in the effort to win a 99-cent candy bar fucking 4 months from now, So I even told him at one point, I was like, what's the dude that blocks the quarterback? I'll be that guy. I'll stand in front of you and just try to keep people away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And plus, you got to do the double touch thing. And one guy was talking shit, like, it's high school, so of course and I was into comics and shit, and I'm fat and weird, so I got called the derogatory F-gay word quite a couple times. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I didn't really care, so I didn't put that much effort into it. And plus, I was pretty enough big guy, so I could just literally just do this, pulling back with my elbows for a second for the guy to throw at least a football a couple times. And plus, people saw I didn't care, so there were even a couple times where I got like a couple touchdowns because like Matt's not going to try, so why even guard him? And it was like I even waited till the quarterback was like, no one cared about me. I'm on the touchdown line. Touchdown, Matt. Yeah, because like
drop.
Yeah, I even spiked it only happened like I made like 3 or 4 touchdowns because people thought I didn't care about the game, so they didn't guard me, right? Yeah. So I was able to make a couple touchdowns because I didn't care about the game.
Did you do the Captain Morgan? You should have.
Oh, should have stood on the ball. Hell yeah, I should have. Yeah, but like I was saying, one guy called me the derogatory gay F word a couple times, and fuck it, I just elbowed him in the chest. He came at me. I didn't put my elbows up. I threw my elbow into it. It was like boink right in his chest, and he fucking went down. Yep. Little bitch snitched on me too. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But needless to say, my football team didn't win the fucking league. So I didn't get that Snicker bar at the end of 3 months or 4 months. Dang.
It's like, yeah, I had that same thing happen to me in flag football. Everybody thought that I was no good. Until somebody did an onside kick. And I seen it coming my way, dude. And dude, I'm telling you, I was like Air Jordan. I jumped into the air, man, and I grabbed it right out of the air. It turns out I saved it for the team because we got a touchdown, man. And it was like, yeah, Phil, man, that freaking... Holy crap, man, I've never seen you jump so high, man.
That was your Rudy moment?
Yep. I literally jumped into the air to grab this ball, man, because it was an onside kick, and I jumped into the air for it, And I was like, oh, it's coming my way. And I was like, huh? And man, I was like over everybody, man, and I caught it, man.
And then you heard in your head, dun, 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 dun.
But man, I caught air. I was like, the wind was soaring right next to me, man. Like I was like, oh, I'm getting this ball, and it landed right in my chest, and I grabbed it.
And I can fly higher than an eagle.
But yep, I was thinking, I believe I can fly. Woo! I totally had it though. I totally jumped straight in the air and freaking grabbed it, man.
Because you are the wind beneath my wings.
And I saved it for the team because we were going to lose if I didn't grab it.
Well, that's the other thing too. Like my team, like
I even ran a couple yards.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like the team even started getting mad at me because like I didn't give two shits, so we were losing all the time.
Yeah.
So they would yell at me. It was like I even told them at one point, it's like, you want a candy bar? I'll buy you a fucking 99-cent candy bar. What's that going to cost me? Fucking $5?
Oh, yeah.
This is back when you could buy 5 candy bars for $5. You can't do that now, but.
But yeah, that was back because I was a slow runner and people thought I was slow. But man, when I caught that ball, man, people were like, "Damn, Phil, I saw you caught that ball, dude. You jump out of the air, man. I saw that. That was freaking awesome." I was like, "Damn, they're giving me props for it." The guy was like, "What's up, Phil? I saw you jump up and grab that ball. Hell yeah, man. That was what was up." I was like, dude, I knew I had it. I was in the moment, man. That's what I told him. I was like, dude, in the moment. I was like, yank.
And with that being said, this is the end of We Are Podcast, episode 48. My name is Matt.
And my name's Phil, leader of the Overlord Tanks group. Thanks for being with us here tonight for the episode.
As always, thank you anyone and everyone for listening. You can follow us on SoundCloud, like, share, favorite, and subscribe to us on the YouTube. Leave a question, comment, or email at podcast@gmail.com. You can also follow me, Matt, on Twitter at Matt of We Are Pod. Thank you and good night.
Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and that's the show.